Hello children. My warm-up routine before a competition. It's pretty simple. I don't know if it's the greatest, but it's what I do. So I'm wearing, you usually have to wear a competition shirt. I will wear my Lucky Hard Rock Cafe hoodie on top of it. It's my lucky one just because it has a zipper, so when I take it off, I'm not pulling my shirt up over my head. Stocking hat, and a lot of times I'll pull the hood up as well. It takes me about an hour or so to warm up. And it's pretty consistent. And if you're familiar with doing 1 rep maxes, you will see that if you're not properly warmed up, you won't hit your 1 rep max. So, an hour before my first match, I take caffeine. This is just regular run-of-the-mill caffeine pills. I don't know what they are. 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams. These are 200 milligrams. I take half a caffeine pill an hour out. Okay, so I'm usually kind of stiff and everything else. I also, on my arms, an hour out, take capsaicin. This stuff is pretty hot. I rub it all on my forearm and on my shoulders and on my upper neck. If it's a left-handed tournament, I'll do both. But cover the forearm, especially the elbows, the whole upper arm, your shoulder as much as you can. I don't do anything else than that. So, hour out, half a caffeine pill, the capsaicin. I start warming up. I always travel with these purple bands, and the first warm-ups I do is just generally squatting with them. So, bend down, hook the strap over your arms, grab it, and then they're not hard, but it's just enough to get your blood pumping, 15, 20 reps, whatever you think it takes to get your lower back, your heart rate up. Okay, I'll do that. We're an hour out. It's not a full-blown high-intensity workout, but we are just trying to warm up. Then, followed by some push-ups, just general, maybe 10 or so push-ups. I like to do them flat on my hands. It's hard, but to try to put some stretch in there. And again, do some medium push-ups, do some narrow ones. The narrow ones are more important because it starts warming up that front part of your shoulder. When that capsaicin starts kicking in and those push-ups, works good. Then, grab each band. And I typically start by grabbing one side of the band. And even if it's only a right-handed super match, I warm up both arms. But just some rising type hammer curls with just one strap, okay? Again, we're hitting for 10 and warming it up. Then, if you have one, if you bring one, just squeeze a tennis ball or something. What else I found that will sometimes warm up your grip is just take your hand and pull your hand backwards while squeezing it, okay? Warms up the forearms. So, do this. Start your visualization again on what you're going to do, and start getting whatever it takes to start getting you hyped up before your match. Start that going in your head, okay? To me, it's usually just playing over lyrics or bits and pieces of a song, all right? But don't go up there going with your head going, yeah, she's back in the atmosphere. Drop that song in the loser's bracket. You need something like that's gonna get you going, like, yeah, she comes in another form, so get going. I gotta cut that out, but get that stuff going in your head. Then, as it gets closer to your match, like 30 minutes out, keep up the squats, add a band to your push-ups. Just put the band behind your back, all right? Medium grip push-ups. Whoops. Get some narrow, some close grip push-ups with the band. And then, again, we're doing the hammer curls again, but we are grabbing both sides, and at this point we're just holding them We're loading it up and we're holding it for a couple of count. All right, we're trying to generate that force. Not so much work, but force. Okay. By now, you should have a sweat starting to develop. So that's 30 minutes out. We did some of that. When we are 10 to 15 minutes out, go find a doorknob or something and attach your band to something. There's usually a pipe, a railing if it's in the stadium. Like I said, doorknobs will sometimes work. Doorknobs will sometimes break, so be aware. Don't do this where people can see you if you're going to use a doorknob, because sometimes you can pull those doorknobs off. And now we're going to start warming up some side pressure. So we will pull it pronating and just lean into it, do it supinating, trying to get those elbows warmed up. Start with one, eventually get to where you're pulling all four, We're not trying to do max effort stuff, but we're trying to get about 80% of max, And you can grab these in your hand, and you can squeeze that grip against that, okay? Get that hand warmed up. Keep playing that song in your head. When you get up there, try to get the side where you can face the ref. Not that it matters, but it's easier to read his lips. And at this point, you're concentrating on your first move. You shouldn't be too much worried about what they're gonna do, right? You're fully warmed up. You're hyped up. You got a mild amount of caffeine in you. Of course, you got to take off your hat and jacket. Just let it rip. Good luck, kids.